charge take?
That's another great question.
Unmute me!
Listen to me, you whining little whelp.
From the Gettysburg Tour Studio.
Hi, this is Bo Brinkman.
All the DJs say this one's on its way. Number one.
You think I have something down with science? Shut up!
You're listening to From Studio 1A.
The popular podcast Addressing Gettysburg.
Cool.
Yes, sir. Grabbed and pulled and hurt my neck.
Addressing Gettysburg today.
There's no time. Hello, exactly.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. We're finally back. Oh, God, Karen. It's been so long you don't even have your bearings right.
In front of me, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, we are back after a long. Was it a
2
long
weeks.
break? Well, you were gone.
I was on 2.
Yeah, you were on 2. I was on 1 because of the Rona. But Mike Lentz was.
Wait, I might have been gone 3.
I think.
Because the vacation. Arizona was in there. I had the migraine. Oh, no, 2.
Yeah, it was 2.
No,
you
and
missed
then you had the coronavirus.
And then I had.
Yeah, 3.
So you missed 3.
Oh,
I
my
missed
goodness.
1.
Yeah.
I missed 1. Yeah.
You missed 2.
2.
Yeah.
That's right, because I fell.
Right.
Well, I didn't fall. I collapsed. There's a difference.
Oh, boy. Well,
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
What a
Nice to see
mess.
you
What a
boys.
mess we all are. First of all, let me say now before I forget this, to all you mothers out there, happy Mother's Day this coming weekend.
Yes.
If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here. That's just how it works, you know? And so Mother's Day is this weekend. If you're a mother, I hope you have a nice one. I hope your kids are good to you for one day, right? Am I right, ladies? And if you're a kid, get something nice for your mommy. The beautiful thing about the living in 2022 is Amazon.
Yeah.
You know, somebody said to me early this week, blah, 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 blah. Could you know next weekend's Mother's Day? And I said, it is? I'm like, I thought it was the second weekend. And they're like, no, it's this weekend. And I was like, frig. So, go on Amazon, found a couple things, sent them to mom.
Let me one-up you.
Go ahead.
If you were a good child and good member of society, you
Big
would
if.
actually consider maybe looking into something local around where your mom lives and getting that, like a local flower shop or.
Oh my God, listen to
something
this
like
hippie.
that.
Yeah,
I
really?
know,
Ah.
I know. Hey, I'll put a little plug
Some
out
local
there for,
raw honey.
for Flora Loca. That's where Kathy got her flowers from. They were delivered today, actually, and there was they came in a really pretty handmade ceramic vase. Vase that benefited the YWCA. The flowers were all local, and it was a local shop that they delivered. So
where is Flora Loca?
right next to
Tacos Monarca.
Tacos
I
right
thought
out-
so. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she did all the flowers for our wedding.
That's did she?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Katie loves that shop.
Yeah. The arrangement that was brought, I don't think she brought it herself today, but the arrangement that was dropped off was gorgeous. The vase was awesome. It benefited a local nonprofit. Like the whole thing, it was just a win-win all around.
Well,
So don't use Amazon.
Well, she's in Jersey, and I don't trust Jersey businesses.
There
so
are really local things in Jersey.
yeah, not really. No.
Wow.
It's like the local import store.
It's like you either go to the bodega or a corporation.
Yeah.
There's like no in between.
There really isn't any in
Or
between.
the flea market. There is a flea market. Yeah.
Well, they do have flea markets still.
What about a
There
gift
are
card to a
florists.
nice restaurant?
Yeah, I don't know what nice restaurants are around. See, I didn't grow up where she lives. So she moved away from where we grew up. So I don't really know the area.
Understandable.
Yeah, and it's really just like, she lives in one of those like over 55 golf course communities, and they have a restaurant there. And I mean, she goes to restaurants locally, but I don't know one from the other. Although when I go and visit, we do go there, and they're really good.
Yeah.
But I don't know the names
Does
of
she
them.
have a golf cart?
She did.
Yes.
Yeah. She did, but she got rid of it when her husband passed away. She sold it, I think. Yeah, she sold it. Yeah. So, not my father.
No. This is not the guy from February.
No.
Oh,
No.
oh
He's
my gosh. I was
Probably
like, oh,
still very much alive.
Yeah,
I would
no.
assume.
like,
Tom's
oh.
still around. She was married before,
I see,
and he passed away a few years ago. And
See,
like
my
4
world
years.
is very like. If it didn't happen in the last 2 or 3 months, I think like it couldn't have happened. So.
Right.
I
There
know.
is
I
no
was like,
life before your
Right.
consciousness of something. Yes, I understand. I'm very much the same way. But yeah, so anyway, Mother's Day coming up this weekend. Everybody have fun with your moms and, treat them nice. Somebody was telling me, oh yeah, Tommy, right? Tommy's wife, it's Mother's Day and it's her birthday. So she's getting a very special weekend, I'm sure.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah,
that's nice.
that's a double whammy right there. He said it happens like once every 5 years or so. So
Yeah.
and you know what though, with 4 kids, she deserves to have one of those days.
Yeah.
A weekend. She deserves a whole weekend. Give her the whole weekend, Tommy.
Does he really go all out, or is it like those
Yeah,
people that
yeah.
have like the birthday right before Christmas or something, and people just basically
No, because it only happens once every like 4 or 5 years where it lines
here's
up.
one gift, happy birthday, and celebrate
Yeah.
Jesus all at the same
No,
time.
because that's a yearly thing, you know what I mean? My birthday is on the 14th of December, so it's like close to Christmas, and
Yeah.
that could be like an issue. But for him, it only happens like once every 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when it does show up, you got to go all out
Okay.
for it.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Checking.
So,
Well said, Cam. Well said.
speaking of old Cammy, he I believe is either en route or in North Dakota by now,
Oh wow.
and we
haven't gotten
will
a
miss
play-by-play? him.
It will be I'm
At every
hoping.
state line, there wasn't a picture sent like I'm going, or making progress.
Yeah, I wish he was more. Okay, so he was here when Mike was here and infected me, right? And I got the Lent 6 variant, and so Mike told me, he checked in with me because he felt bad, and he's like, "You're such a big star, and I got you sick," and so he was checking in with me during the week, and he said early on, that Cam contacted him, and from the way Mike didn't say he was panicky, but from the way it seemed, I got the impression that Cam was panicking,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so I guess he went and got tested and didn't have it, and then it was like, all right, F you, I got things to do.
Right. He can't get sick. He has shit to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he said.
A man on a mission.
I got too much stuff to do. I can't get sick. So he called me one day, and no, actually, I texted him and I said, "Did you get the Rona?" He goes, "No," and I was like, "Did you get tested?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah," and I said, "Okay, so you didn't get it?" "No." And then he called, and then we talked. Yeah.
Good talking, Cam.
And then we talked for a bit.
Briefest Cam conversation ever.
I know it's the one time he just doesn't have a million things to say.
Just not babbling on about West Virginia.
It is funny when he decides, like,
What the
when he
topic
gives
is.
like short answers and when he gives long diatribes. Like, it's hard to tell when you're going to get
Something's
one or the
coming.
other. Yeah. But anyway, excuse me, folks, for my voice and I'm
Sounded
still
very sexy this week.
Thank you.
Got a real
Thank you very much.
smoldering effect to his voice.
Yeah. But no, so the
Finally catching up to the rest of us.
hey baby,
There it is.
Ooh.
how you doing? I just want to tell you that I had the Rona last week, and Cam was scared. He was really scared. He called me up and he was like,
Hey, you got the Rona?
I said, "Yeah, Cam, I do."
Okay.
Did you get it, Cam?
No.
I'm talking into the side of this thing. I can't even. It's so hard to maneuver this thing.
Gotta
Anyway,
practice.
so we had so he was like, "No, I can't get sick. I got too much to do. I got work to do.
Yeah.
I got to save the world. It's like, I got to get back to work for the American people."
Right.
That's what he was sounded like to
Cam
me.
Clinton.
Yeah, Kim Clinton. Bill Mallow. So I think he's on his way today. He's driving the whole way out there, and I hope he's listening. If he's listening, Cameron, please give us a call because we would like to hear how your trip is going. But if not,
Keep it relatively brief.
Yes, pithy. Please be pithy. But I wish him luck. It's going to be 5 months, 5 long months without Cammy. And that's the tough part is like the most exciting time of the year in Gettysburg is these 5 months that he'll be gone. Yeah. And we're going to have to somehow muddle through. I'm sure we'll figure something out, but
I just did a real quick math. I was like, this isn't like but it's the 159th anniversary.
Right.
This year,
right. Yeah, next year that'll be a big
that
thing.
Was close,
next year.
Cam. You almost missed
back
a big,
with
big
West Virginia colors flying.
It's funny. I had lunch with Tim Smith yesterday, and he was telling me that Gary was like. I forgot what his question was, but he was perplexed by Cam. Like, I don't think he could tell if Cam's real or not, or like a lot of people think that it's a character and that he's putting on, but this is the way he really is. And
we should start a documentary called "This Is the Real Cam." I think it'd make millions.
No, we should do it like those Bigfoot hunters.
Oh,
like the shaky cameras at nighttime with the
just a cam.
We
start tracking down cam sightings.
Well, wait, do you remember that video he showed us? He showed. Okay, so Eric, listen to this. He showed us a video last year of like it was a promotional video that West Virginia made, and they shot at one of the reenactments he was at, and they have this faraway shot, like long lens type of thing of him running through the woods with a pistol, chasing after someone and shooting. But it looks like Bigfoot footage.
It's like dark and shadowy. And he's like, that's me.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay.
Like, that's you or Sasquatch?
Was he wearing his gorilla suit?
No, he was in a uniform and everything. But that was the thing that we got to talking about yesterday was, with me and Tim, was the swamp dragons. And Tim's like, were they like a unit that eventually dispersed and went into other units? He goes, I have a very hard time understanding what the swamp dragons were. And I'm like, wait, you don't know what the swamp dragons are? And he's like, no. And I was like, well, then I don't feel bad because I never know what he's talking about. And because he'll just start talking to you as if you know what he knows.
Yeah.
Right?
To be fair, I do that too.
No, you don't. Does he? He doesn't do that.
I don't know.
I don't think you do that. I mean, you know what you'll do? Okay, no, you will do.
I do babble about the Pennsylvania reserves quite a bit. Like everybody knows.
No. But I'm saying, okay, everybody's heard of the Pennsylvania reserves. We've at least heard of them. Nobody has a frame of reference for the swamp dragons.
Dude, I thought the swamp dragons was some
that's very obscure.
Teletubbies child cartoon show when I heard it, the swamp dragons. You know what I mean? With like neon colored dragons flying around. That's what I was picturing when I first heard it. So obviously I know nothing about the swamp dragons.
And my understanding of it from that like brief clip that we got of his talk is that they did eventually become a company in some West Virginia cavalry regiment, but I don't remember which one.
Yeah, but it wasn't all of them though, right? Like, I mean, it was like they were kind of split up among other regiments, weren't they?
I don't remember that part.
I don't either. And this is why we need Cam to call in. But anyway, yeah. So, but at least I didn't feel like the point is I didn't feel bad because when he the first time I ever heard the two words together, swamp dragons, was from Cam.
Sure.
And he just started talking, and he looks you in the eye. He looks you in the eye, and he's like, he goes, well, and I just found out that I have 15 ancestors who was in the swamp dragons.
Yeah.
And he'll just keep looking at you with these big eyes and waiting for you to be, and he's got this beaming smile, and sometimes he'll cap it off with a and I always feel like a jerk because I'm like, wait, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I want to share the excitement, but I don't get it. Like, what are you talking about? The swamp dragons.
Here's the silver lining if Cam is listening.
Okay, Cam, go.
If it weren't for Cam, people wouldn't be talking about the swamp dragons.
That's true.
His mission here on Earth has been accomplished.
That's true. That's right.
The fact that Gary, I'm assuming you mean Edelman, right? Is the one like asking Tim?
No, Gary Marshall.
Yeah, him too.
Yes, Gary Edelman.
Right.
Yeah.
So people that have a long history in this profession and exposure to a bunch of different topics, if they're kind of like, oh, what's this about? And what's, some obscure thing? Maybe?
Tim didn't. I don't know if Gary knew of the swamp dragons.
Oh, he just wanted to know what Cam's story was.
I think he was. I can't remember exactly what the question was that he asked Tim. It was something like, "Can that boy talk about anything, or does he ever shut up?" It was something like that, or it wasn't, "Does he ever shut up?" But it was something like, it indicated to me that like many people, he's fascinated by the phenomenon that is Cam.
Yeah, sure.
It's hard to believe that that's that's his genuine character, you know. And when you see it in person, you go, "Oh, well, that makes complete sense now," you know. But until you see it in person, it's kind of like Combat. You can't really know until you see it for yourself.
I saw the elephant that is Cam.
Right.
I like that analogy.
Hey.
Whoa.
Oh, I know elephant.
I can't accurately describe it to you. You just have to experience it for yourself.
Well, I think that is a really good analogy because when we had the Colonels on, Barry Manilow and Don McLean, they were saying that they think he's fake. They think he's not real. You know, they don't believe that he's.
They thought it was you. They thought it was Matt just doing impersonations of him.
And a lot of
this
people.
This is why we have to do the Bigfoot style documentary.
Yes.
Is Cam real?
I love that. No, Camfoot. That's what we call it. Camfoot. In search of Camfoot. And it's just videos of Cam at reenactments. That's what we should do. Is like go to reenactments and just get.
Just Cam at Sheets filling up his gas. You know, Cam goes
from
through
across
the KFC.
the parking lot and through a bush.
His natural habitat.
Cam ordering a plain burger. Make sure it's plain. Extra plain.
Nah, don't go getting fancy on me with no cheese and pickles. I just want a plain burger.
Just the patty and the buns.
Just the patty and the buns. That's it.
Don't confuse me with the Beatles.
Oh God. Yeah, I'll have to get together with, or not get together, but get those recordings together of when we did the culturing of Cam and do something with that because he's interesting on that one. Oh man! And in fact, I believe that's when I was coming down with the Rona the first time. Was that one when we did the culturing of Cam?
Oh, great.
Yeah. Right. All right. So have you, real quick here, I took a canoe to the studio this morning or this evening because no, it's been raining nonstop all day. We've been having a lot of rain. But what is with the drainage? Eric, you're a civil engineer. What is with the drainage? What is with the drainage in this town?
There is none.
There is none. Like, are the grates just for show? And they're only like 5 feet deep, and then they fill up and flood the whole street?
They make a little indentation in the pavement, and they lay a grate on top of it.
Yeah,
they just assume that nobody's ever going to look.
Because, who walks and looks in the middle of the road?
It doesn't go anywhere.
No, it doesn't go anywhere. It's astounding.
Last summer or the summer before that, there was a fairly big. I mean, it was a big rain, but I didn't think it would be big enough to flood anything. And Farnsworth House got flooded
everything.
Like the basement. Like
yeah.
I mean,
it was probably 10 years ago. I was here on leave, and it rained really heavily one day, and I was bound and determined that I was coming into town one way or the other. By God. Yeah. And I drove down 34 from my ex-in-laws. And you know where 34 splits just north of town at that car wash?
Yeah.
Okay, and you cross Rock Creek right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so that whole bridge was completely underwater.
Yeah.
And some dipshit in a Volvo station wagon had managed to stall out in the middle of it.
Yeah.
With like a foot of water up his door, like pounding.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh my God, this dude's going to get washed away. Yeah. I better turn around and go another way.
Yeah.
Man,
and it happens all the time we have a heavy rain.
I drove down along Plum Run before I came here. And my God.
Is it bad?
Oh.
Well, of course.
The 40th New York is underwater.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
There's like 6 inches of water up the base of that monument. I did, however, finally see a beaver.
Oh, did you?
There was a beaver out there sitting on a rock in the middle of the pond.
Probably
sounds
like, son of a bitch.
Because the water was it flooded out the lodge or something, or
no, the lodge looked like it was still above water.
Oh, okay.
I've not seen one there yet.
I haven't either.
Have you guys seen that they're making like a little summer home lodge, like down almost to the intersection right before Devil's Den? There's like it's a bunch of reeds now that are all like mounded up, fairly close to the road, but they're
swamp rats.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think that
they were probably here first.
I think the borough should go to the Park Service and be like, because of the beaver dam, every other waterway is backed up into town, and our streets are flooding, and you must do something about those beavers. You know, it's interesting. Like, why is it okay to go and shoot the deer herd, but we can't move the beaver dam? Is that really? protecting. I mean, I don't know.
When this came up a year or two ago, when they were first starting to get bad, Deb Novotny said something, and I wish I would remember exactly what she said, but what I take away from my memory of it, at least, was something to the effect that there's some kind of, I don't know if they're necessarily in danger. I'm not putting words into Deb's mouth, but there was some kind of legislation that protects them from, just
being displaced,
right?
Which is strange. Their conservation status is listed as least concern.
So there's, unless maybe it's just park. There was something that she was saying that it would have to take a lot of actual.
I'm sure it actually
not
has
legislation,
to do
but some kind of administrative. You can't just go in there and tear it up. So I don't know if it made. I don't know.
I've thought about tendering my services as a dam buster.
Sure.
With wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I'll be your assistant.
Hey, just make sure Maria doesn't come down Crawford Avenue in the middle of the night on this date, and I'll take care of your beaver.
Yeah. No, we're not encouraging anybody to take the law into their own hands.
I'm not doing that.
And we're not doing that either. It's just a joke. I'm the
total opposite. I'm Team Beaver, man.
I hate them.
We should get a Team Beaver shirt made.
That's our next shirt.
Sell out so fast.
Team Beaver.
They ceased being of any use once they stopped being used for hats.
If we can't use them for hats, we don't need them for anything. All right, and then we've got Bethany Yingling back on the show today. You might remember her from, I think, the fall or early winter. She was on to talk about the Children of Gettysburg 1863 Museum at the Rupp House. And so she's back, or she will be back soon, to talk about what is going on, I'm assuming, in the spring and summer and fall. This season at the museum, there's
a big event coming up this coming weekend. So not like today and tomorrow, but the following weekend.
Well, maybe
14th to 15th. I'm sure she can talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe she.
Steal my thunder from
maybe
me.
she'll get here while you're doing the news because she's running a little late, and so we'll see. But in the meantime, we're going to take a break. We'd love to hear from you. We haven't heard from you in a while. Give us a call, and we'll be right back.
Want to be on the show? Send an email to info@addressinggettysburg.com. Be sure to include the reason why you think you'd make a good guest when you write us.
When Johnny comes marching home again, hurrah, hurrah. We'll give him a hearty welcome then, hurrah, hurrah.
Very family friendly. We had a wonderful time with our son.
Me and my friends were able to rent these bikes and go at our own pace, so we were able to just do what we wanted to do when we wanted to do it, and I highly recommend it to anybody else.
It seemed like the right way to go to view the wonderful sights and also get an incredible amount of history from Bob.
Our tour guide Bruce was so knowledgeable about the facts and the history of these battlefields that I came away with an understanding that was unmatched by any other means.
The breeze on the battlefield made up for the hot day.
I had a wonderful time, great trip, lots of history, wonderful bike ride, perfect weather. Could have asked for a nicer day. Highly recommend it.
If you're going to tour Gettysburg, I would recommend doing it on the bike. It's a lot of fun.
I loved it. It was awesome.
We really couldn't stump the professor with any of our questions, so we thought it was really well worth it.
It was an excellent day out and got you outside and experienced the weather. Beautiful weather out here today.
We had a lot of fun. If you're thinking about it, I'd just say give it a shot. It was awesome for us. I hope it's awesome for you guys too.
Go to gettysbike.com or call 717-752-7752 to book a battlefield experience you will never forget.
You've heard us promote various ways that you can help us keep the show going, but one way we haven't pushed too much is our sutlery at addressinggettysburg.com/shop. That's a shame because we have designs over there by talented artists like Ty DeWitt of 1863 Designs and Mike Stretch of the Heritage Depot. So now we're promoting it. Buying shirts, hoodies, mugs, and other items from our sutlery not only helps us keep the lights on, but it also helps guys like Ty and Mike, and it helps spread the word about the show every time you wear an item or you sip from your mug. So head over to addressinggettysburg.com/shop and grab some merch. It's the perfect Christmas gift for the Gettys nerd in your family. That's addressinggettysburg.com/shop.
notice our revamped website at addressinggettysburg.com? Well, that's the fine work of a man named Mike Stretch, and he also redid our logo for us. Both of them I originally designed, and both of them were originally horrible, but now they're nice, and that's all thanks to Mike. Mike has an awesome t-shirt company called Heritage Depot. There you'll find great designs based on Gettysburg and the Civil War with t-shirts and other types of merchandise. So go to heritage-depot.com and spruce up your Getty's Nerd wardrobe. That's heritage-depot.com. Our favorite bookstore in Gettysburg is For the Historian, located at 42 York Street. It's because they have the best selection of Civil War books in Gettysburg, both new and used. And online, they have even more to choose from. And if the Civil War isn't your thing, that's not a problem. This is For the Historian, after all. They cover history from the ancient world to the 21st century with a strong selection of World War II and American Revolution books. It's astounding how many thousands of titles from Osprey, Savas Beatty, UNC Press, and more they have in their store. And that's because, well, they have a warehouse too. And that's where they keep all the books that are available online at forthehistorian.com. And folks, if you go to forthehistorian.com now and order books until you're blue in the face, be sure you mention that you heard about them on Addressing Gettysburg in the Note to Seller box, and they will refund your shipping costs. And if you prefer to stop by when you're in town, well, you could do that too. Just mention Addressing Gettysburg at checkout, and they'll take 20% off the retail price of your item. So go to forthehistorian.com or stop by 42 York Street, or you can call them at 717-685-5207. That's forthehistorian.com or 717-685-5207.
From the patriots of Bunker Hill to those who embarked upon the Great Crusade at Normandy. From the blue-clad Federals at Gettysburg who gave the last full measure of devotion, to the many thousands who did the same at places like Belleau Wood, Chosin, Yadrong, and Fallujah. The American warrior is the greatest warrior the world has ever known, who, through sacrifice and dedication to the nation they served, have composed a history worthy of being remembered. Join me, Colby Sumner, to hear their story and to connect our current and future American warriors to those of our past on America, Fog of War.
You're listening to Addressing Gettysburg.
You're listening to the man who is adored by his haters and just tolerated by his fans. Here's Matt on Addressing Gettysburg Today.
Thank you, Favos. So, here, there's some good comments that we missed during our earlier discussion. Let me get to them here. Where are we here? Oh, Pete Bonfanti had a good one there. Mountain Dew is listed as a COVID vaccine in West Virginia. Rich Snyder says, Matt sounds like Barry White. Thank you. Very nice of you. Here, Peter Bonfanti had one we could call our documentary about Cam in the Mist. I like that one. Let's see. Bill Etz Corner. Oh, no. Gene Hutchinson said, I'm embarrassed to admit that way back in the old episode when you guys were talking about Cam, I thought he was some Vietnamese guy. I don't know what that means.
I don't even understand.
I don't either, but I think it's funny. That's good stuff. And, yeah, there you go. Eric is the Quint of Beaver Problems.
Oh, that's a Jaws reference.
Yes, it is.
Mute me.
There you are. Sorry.
Mute me.
We're going to need a bigger rowboat to get those beavers. Excuse me. Okay, so we're back, as you know. With us today is Bethany Yingling from the Children of Gettysburg 1863 Museum. Did I get it right this time? Yes, thank you. Beth, pull that a little closer to you, that microphone. Don't be afraid to get right up there. How have you been? How was winter?
It was quiet.
Yeah.
But that was good because it kind of gave us some time to
Think,
reevaluate.
Sure.
Start over on a couple things that I made wrong decisions on.
Oh, did you like what? Give me an example of a wrong decision you've made.
When we started the
of the museum, one of the things we have our mannequin there that's Bob, our wounded soldier.
Right, Bob. Yep, I remember him.
And one of the pieces in the museum was write a letter home like the kids would have done at the time of the battle. Write a letter home to Bob's mom.
Is saying that he died or was wounded or?
He's wounded, and I'm taking care of him, and he's going to be home too soon, or whatever.
Did that go badly?
It did go badly. Oh, no. And not because of why you would think. The kids actually, with what they had, wrote really nice letters. The problem
Thanks,
is
Beth.
they don't know how to write letters anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, so it just exposed the failure of our public school system. Yeah, I got it. I got it.
I'm saying that we just don't write letters anymore.
We don't.
It's a skill. That's the truth.
A skill.
It's an art, a lost art.
Yeah.
I had to pick it up in boot camp, and it takes a while. Like I was doing it
really?
all the time. Yeah, dude. Because when do you write letters? Like you think about it. Like besides when I was a young kid, you don't ever send like handwritten letters. It's emails.
Right. You just send them to like Santa Claus or your grandma on her birthday because mom makes you.
I wrote letters at basic, but that was because we didn't have a phone.
That's why you don't get any, like the only contact you get home at boot camp is to write a letter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, I always wrote letters. I like writing letters.
So is the problem that they literally can't write sentences?
They don't know how to even start.
Wow.
Like the concept of dear mother or dear Bob's mom.
No salutation, just
they start writing.
Just Bob is hurt.
Emojis,
exactly.
yeah.
It's how to have a one-sided conversation, essentially.
Yes.
Right. Like
where no one is texting you back.
Right.
Immediately.
And like
that's a story of my life.
Like with literature too. So you want to like you talk differently.
I can't help you with that. I did think I think I may have. I'm not gonna say solved the problem, but I have made great strides into mitigating the problem.
Okay.
So the first thing we did was, per a suggestion from one of our members, we guilt them into writing a letter.
That'll be great.
By telling them that they'll get a letter back. So every kid that provides their information to us, we send it to volunteers, and they write a individual letter back.
Okay.
And the kids love that.
That's cool.
Yes.
I like that. All right. What's the other idea? Because I have an idea for you too. I hope it's not on the list already.
So, do you guys know Gene Barr?
No.
Okay, Gene Barr is a volunteer with us as well as a member, and he is also I'm going to get this wrong, Gene, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. He is the president of the Pennsylvania Chamber of Labor and Industry.
Okay.
Labor and business. Oh my gosh.
Labor
Business
and
industry. Oh my gosh, Gene,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I do love you. I really, really do. But it's a long title.
So it's a state agency?
There's a comment. People are commenting that they can't hear her.
Yeah, we're past that.
Oh, sorry.
We got it. It's all right. Thank you, though. That's good.
Text about it over
here.
here.
I was just gonna say, I got a text from mom. She says Bethany's very, very hard to hear.
Well, you got to talk in that mic.
Louder.
Yeah,
I'll
you gotta
talk
get
louder.
You got to get in there.
Kathy's getting older. You gotta
Kathy, I love you, Kathy.
Oh, poor Kath.
So
How's your clarion
turn
voice?
up.
Yeah, use my clarion voice.
Turn up the TV, Kath.
He wrote a book about this couple who had written letters. He took their letters and put it in book form and kind of edited it. And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful book. And I asked him for some help. And he had a Civil War stationery that the Army would have given out to people. And so he donated and printed for us to print this stationery. So we have two versions of it. One that's blank, that the kid can write their letter on. But then we have a sample letter that's kind of like a Mad Libs.
Yeah.
So that they can kind of get an idea of what a letter looks like.
I don't know if you can see this.
Did
but
you
I wrote
actually
at the
wrote
bottom.
Mad Libs?
Mad Libs.
I love you.
Okay, look at
Okay.
that. No, you don't have my camera.
And they just arrived yesterday. So we really haven't had a chance to try it out.
Yeah.
But I had a school group in today from St. Francis Xavier. And I gave it to the teacher for them to do on their own time when they get back to the classroom, and she's going to use it in her unit. So hopefully when they talk about the Civil War, they will learn to write letters, and it will be like a revelation, a new thing in their life that will give them peace of mind and something to do.
Now, do the people the volunteers that write letters back, do they write in cursive or do they write in print and crayon?
It depends on the volunteer.
Okay.
Some of them print. My mom does a half write, half cursive version.
Uh-huh.
I had to tell her that you can these kids don't need 4-page letters back.
Right.
They just need a page. She's so excited. She loves doing it. Every kid gets their own.
Did they use the sealing wax and everything?
No, but I
that'd
did
be
get them
cool.
old-looking stationery.
Parchment, like.
Yes.
Oh, that makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah,
That's
right?
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I like that.
So,
See,
hopefully.
like I told you last time, this is cool for adults.
I know.
You know, it's not just for kids. I mean, there's a lot of adults that would like this place.
I think so too. And
Yeah.
in fact, we've gotten a lot of comments like that from
Adults. Yeah.
I mean, including you.
Of course.
Yeah.
I was the very first one to say that.
Can you count Matt in the adult?
People with an adult body.
Yeah. Adult body, child brain.
Right. Adult-bodied people.
Yeah.
Right. Persons is what we call people. I don't know.
Because as glorious and as really well done as
As my body is, yes.
as your body is.
Right.
Oh my God, I can't even come back from that. As the
Yeah.
museum and visitor center museum is, there's just a lot of information in there. And so a lot of times, if you are like my husband, who would rather stick a pencil in his eye than learn anything historical, you go into that museum and it's like it's information overload.
Yeah.
So coming into our museum is kind of like a way of looking at it a little bit, a good first dry run
Yes.
into entering into your nerd world.
Sure. And it is a lot of fun. Like I went through there and dying to go again. What? I'm not allowed now?
No,
Why
you're
are you making-
totally allowed to.
You're
I was
banned for life.
Yeah, you made a face like, well, we need to talk about that.
I'm so excited. No, that was my excited face. I was gonna make a comment of but like, I hope you really do come back in.
Yeah,
I'd love to have you in there.
My sister's bringing my niece and nephew down in the summer, and I'm going to bring them in.
Am I allowed to tell her stories about you?
Who?
Your sister.
Sure.
Great.
She's
As
probably
long as I'm allowed
witnessed
to
worse.
do that, you can come in anytime you want.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Paula Belton says in the comment section, Bethany is so sweet, and she has done an amazing job at the Children's Museum. You must go, even if you're an adult. It's extremely fun, and she makes it awesome.
You gotta,
Paula, you're an awesome human too.
That's right.
You ought to hear her one-on-one in her office, though.
That is not true.
Well, now, so
He talks about my hometown, and then I have to defend it.
and so you start yelling at him,
Yeah.
cursing like a sailor in
Exactly.
a children's museum.
I'm in my office, so no one can
Oh, okay. Speaking of which, though, Eric is going to be doing a little presentation there, isn't he?
He is on the 29th. Do you want to know the best part about the 29th of May?
Sure.
It's my birthday.
I know.
Oh, and you can cry if you want to.
Yes. So you're going to be doing the presentation on my birthday.
Hurrah.
So what is this presentation?
So we haven't really nailed that.
Well, it's things.
It's things.
It's leather related, though,
Yes,
right?
it
Like,
is.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And here's the best part about it. Mr. Rupp, the house in which we're in, the Rupp house, he owned a tannery.
A tannery.
So leather.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be great to have Eric there. Plus he's Clarion adjacent.
Well, you think
so
it's great now.
I don't know why you
Where do we get
Wait until
tickets
the
to this?
30th.
This is
This is a free and open to the public.
Where do we get tickets so that we can just come and
Yeah.
watch?
It's free and open to the public.
good. Is it out on the lawn or is it inside?
It's in the side yard.
The side yard.
Yep. mhm.
You could raise some money by selling admission to just watch
Eric.
Okay, how
interact
about
with
this?
children.
People that are fans of this
No,
podcast, it's a $5 donation
go,
to
yeah.
watch Eric be ridiculous.
Yes, to the podcast. So I
okay.
I got to tell you, though, joke all you want about Eric, but he is great with kids.
I know.
He is great with kids.
He is, and a lot of people think. When we were on the walking tour on April 9th, there was a little kid who just. Now I don't know. Maybe you were talking to this kid beforehand, but when we first walked from where we met to the first stop, I'm walking in the back and I just see this little kid turn to Eric and just say something, and he's like,
Santa.
he was all.
No, I'm sorry.
He was all, he was all like trudging through the. He was all trudging through the grass, all like grumpy and rah, rah, rah. The little kid said something to him like Santa or whatever.
You know that was Colby, right?
Colby was the little kid.
Colby was right next to me.
I was. I'm exceedingly small when outdoors.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Colby. It was a little girl.
He looks small compared to me.
It's only when outdoors, though.
This was a genuine little girl, and she said something to him, and he immediately was like, "What's that, honey?" And he like got down to her level, and he was talking to her, and the grumpy old man is an act. He is a teddy bear.
We do see
Yeah.
We do see through that.
Well, I target my my disdain for humanity.
put the scoring on the ones that matter, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The grown-ups. Kids don't know any better.
You are not like that in real life.
No.
No, but we are looking, speaking of which, we are looking for volunteers to work at the Children's Museum.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, you can come work there.
There you go, Eric.
If people want to volunteer with Eric, how do they get a hold of you, or how do they sign up?
Okay, so you can do one of two things if you want to volunteer. You can email me, which is Yingling, Yingling, at gettysburgfoundation.org. Or you can email Ray Matlock, who is our volunteer coordinator, and his email is rmatlock@gettysburgfoundation.org. And either way, you can then volunteer with us. And we are in desperate need, guys. I'm not even...
All right, for volunteers?
Yes.
Yeah?
Desperate need.
Desperate. I mean, I believe it because the way you looked down
Yes.
When you said that.
I am trying to... this is my plea. You have to like children. You have to do clearances.
Oh, no, go ahead. Okay.
Perfect song. Perfect song for a segment like that.
You have to get clearances. You have to get pre-education clearances.
What's your clearance, Clarence?
And the only thing is we had some volunteers, but people realize very quickly it is a special type of person. You know, dealing with children all day long, you have to actually like children.
Sure.
So, oh my gosh, are you playing?
No, go ahead. So you need help.
Just the
I
magic
need
of
help,
being on
guys.
air.
I need help. And with this background music, I'm going to tell
No,
you.
you don't acknowledge the music. You just keep going.
Oh, okay.
We need to do an ASPCA style commercial
Yeah.
for Bethany in the Rough House.
Guys, I can't even.
Do you want to take your child to a museum without volunteers?
Yeah, no.
No.
You want to come to a children's museum that has
Oodles of volunteers.
engaging, well-mannered, enthusiastic volunteers who are going to help educate and facilitate your child while in our museum.
I think it was perfect. I think the only thing is we got to start with we got to put it out to them, the pain of what's the worst case scenario. Do you want your kid to go? Do you want your kid to go through life ignorant of the history,
Right.
the sacrifice, and the cost?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gotta be, and the shot has to be like some random little kids just like wandering around out in a field somewhere,
Just
dirty, lost and
like
dejected.
speaking gibberish, and he's like, yeah, and he doesn't know what he's saying. And he's just
One's
lost.
just like walking into a monument over and over.
I
again,
never went
like
to
it's
a
not
children's museum in Gettysburg
Sarah McLachlan
because there's
shows
no
up.
volunteers.
This is what will happen
this is
to all the
drastic.
children if there's no volunteers.
It's perfect.
Come do your part today.
Now we just need to get Bo to get Sarah McLachlan involved.
What'd you say, Eric?
Now we just need to get Bo to get Sarah McLachlan involved.
Yeah, right.
What? Bo can get Sarah McLachlan
I don't
involved?
know, probably. He can get a hell of a lot closer than you or I can.
What has
wonder
she
if
done
she's a
lately? We
member
could
of the
probably just
Gettysburg
call her up
Moves that
now.
way.
Wait, what?
I wonder if she's a
Bo
member
just
of the Gettysburg Foundation.
Sarah
might be.
McLachlan?
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
highly doubt that.
Stephen
she's
Lang.
Yeah, Stephen Lang.
He
Stephen
is.
Lang is a member.
But he
would-
doesn't
has a
sing
great
sappy
voice.
songs
Yeah,
for
no, he
ASPCA
doesn't.
Yeah, but he has a
commercials.
good
Could if he
voice
wanted
for a
to, though.
commercial. He could. He can pretty much do anything.
He really could.
He came through
Put him
the
in the cell
museum.
with a long hose on him. Put him in the cell with a long hose on him.
What was that?
I don't know, but that was phenomenal. That was phenomenal.
That was actually a fortuitous accident. My mouse pad. I just moved my hand over it and it just hit it by accident. I swear to God. I swear.
Broderbrand.
That was on purpose. Okay. No, but okay. So you guys need help, and so people
Yes.
can call and volunteer and
Correct.
get in touch with you.
I
Beth.
wouldn't call because I'm never at my desk.
Okay, so send an email. That's probably the better way.
What
to do
is the email again?
Yes, please clarify.
It is B Yingling, so Bethany Yingling, and Yingling is spelled Yingling.
Right.
At gettysburgfoundation.org.
Yeah.
That is
and
me.
How about maybe you could do something like
Oh no.
this. Do you want your children to hear Tim Smith talk about Jenny Wade? Please help the Children's Museum today. Actually, sorry, Bill. I should have read that all the way through. That wasn't funny. That's what happens when you try to go off the audience. Okay, so what do you guys got coming up, though? Besides Eric's teaching people how to make leather belts and things and harnesses and whatever, what else? No,
So
I meant like the ball dream.
Yes, so tomorrow.
I didn't mean that stuff. No, yeah.
Gosh, I don't
Well, I
know.
mean, if you are looking for that kind of stuff,
No.
Von Dedham
Children's
and Co.
Museum.
at
Children's
gmail.com.
Museum. Children's Museum.
Come on,
Yeah.
this
La,
is
la, la.
a segment about a children's museum. You sick ass.
Sorry.
So we have tomorrow at 1 o'clock till 2:30. Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Someone missing a lung
Oh,
over
is that
here?
your cough?
That was me, yeah.
That sounds like death. Are you
No,
okay?
I'm coming out of death.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. Anyway,
It's
tomorrow.
actually more allergies now.
We dug him up over at Evergreen about half an hour before this.
Tomorrow at 1 to 2:30, we are working with the Adams County Arts Council, and we are doing a make your own map class where kids will be able to make a map using verbal cues and things like that to Devil's Den. All supplies and everything are included. The cost goes towards the instructor and supplies, and it's $25. And if you want to come, it does say pre-register online, but that's okay. You can show up at the event, and that would be in the side yard at Rupp House. And then on Sunday for Mother's Day at 1 o'clock, we're making little teacup planters with succulents in it, and those are free. And you can come, and we also have a little presentation about the history of Mother's Day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What is the event that you have scheduled for this whole season that you're looking forward to the most?
Oh my goodness.
May 29th.
May 29th.
Besides May 29th.
Okay, this is a really cool thing, but it isn't up online yet because it's still being worked out a little bit. But we received a donation from Wayne Motts in memory of his mother. And we are going to work with an organization called Danza Antiqua. And they are going to be doing classes with us. So you'll come, it's called a Mommy and Me program, because I thought it would be cute since it's his mom that he's doing it in
Sure,
memory of.
that's nice.
I know, I try to do cute things.
Okay.
And then you'll come, and the first class is embroidery, and you'll come over 4 sessions and you'll learn to embroider, like actually legit, like not like just some random thing. But while you're there in each session, they teach you like, why was this important at the time? How was this important economically?
It's how they send messages, right?
There's
Wait, is
that too.
embroidery the one where it's like you got the ring and then you like
You can do it that way.
the
Yeah.
home sweet home or whatever?
Yeah.
My grandmother used to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like looking
Needlepoint,
at
yes.
each of what they call fiber arts from a variety of aspects and why they were important during the Civil War and the time period. Because it wasn't just like today we do it as a craft because, it's something to do while you watch.
Sure. We have mass
Biggest
production
Loser
now.
or whatever. But back then it was something you absolutely needed.
Sure.
So in order to if you wanted something pretty and embroidered on your couch, you had to do it yourself. So looking at those fiber arts from every aspect of society. So you're not only learning how to do the art, but also its history and everything about it. So we're going to be doing that through the summer, and they're going to be going up online soon. But they are free, thanks to Wayne.
Nice, very nice. Okay,
Yeah.
good. So that was like it was a personal donation that Wayne made.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
In memory of his mom.
Yeah, very nice. Okay. So this weekend, just one more time, give everybody what's going on this weekend, and then
Make your own map class tomorrow, Saturday.
I might come to that.
Isn't that the coolest thing?
Yeah, I've always thought maps were fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I like them.
So all joking aside, are these events geared? I'm assuming they're geared for children.
They're geared for children, but honestly, adults can come to them too. Like we make a lower age, so anybody 8 and up can do it.
Do you know how to make a map, Ronnie?
No.
Exactly. You could
I don't
benefit
know
from
how to
this class.
embroider. That's what I was
So-
thinking
I
about.
do. Well, there you
One
go.
of the Adams,
You know how to make a map or embroider?
and you can come with your mom. Oh my gosh!
By the way, she said she loves you too. She's
Oh, look at
adorable.
that.
Can she see me right now?
Yeah. Aw.
I don't know where the camera is.
That one with
I
the
love
blue
the
rings
camera.
around it.
Oh, hi. Right there, that thing that looks like a camera?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
the
got it.
light on and everything.
Yeah.
Bill Escorn says, May 29th is the Sunday after the Get Out of the Car tour. I would expect a full house for Eric and Leather.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
that's absolutely.
I really hoped we were going to skip that.
Well, we're going to call it Eric and Leather. Give to
not
me
what we're
your
gonna call it.
Eric.
No,
Take from
because
me
if you say
my
that
leather.
too fast, it doesn't sound right.
Eric and Leather. Eric and Leather.
exactly.
Eric and, that sounds
Yeah.
like Eric in.
That sounds wildly inappropriate for a children's
Oh,
museum.
Eric in Leather. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is wholly inappropriate for anybody who can visualize
Be worth a
things.
$5 donation, though.
Absolutely not.
No chaps.
It'd be worth every penny of that $5 donation.
There's some kind of leather.
If somebody
something
donates
going on at the,
$100, he will
Eisenhower
wear
thing.
chaps.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
Wait, what are you saying?
There's some kind of weird leather thing at the Eisenhower somewhere this weekend. Like,
What do you mean by
it
weird
wasn't
leather?
like
Are you going to cover that in
like
events?
adult stuff. No, I read it, but
like that type of a thing.
Something.
Oh.
I came across it and didn't write the notes down because I was like, I don't know. But
Damn it! I could have gone to that.
Those things come to Gettysburg?
yeah.
Who knew?
Who
We have
knew?
all kinds of weird
We'll have
shit.
to.
Maybe
We'll
that's where
have
you'll
to.
find your future wife, bro.
We'll have to
You
get-
scope it out. When they come
This
to
was a
town.
picture of all guys, though. It was like, guys. And like that's I was like, oh, okay.
This is my kind of people.
So is
Guys in leather?
Absolutely.
Am I allowed to be here for this?
It's, am I? I don't. Yeah, this is fascinating. I didn't know we had this
Sorry.
this
Talk amongst yourselves.
soft underbelly.
It's okay. Veronica's a lawyer.
Shifted subjects now.
All right. So, okay, give us the keep going. We interrupted
Keep going, you.
Keep going,
Keep
you.
going, you.
Hey, you.
Then on Mother's Day, which is Sunday at 1 o'clock, we're doing the teacup planters in the side yard. We have a tent, so even if it's raining for both of these events, we will be under cover.
Okay.
So that's good to know. And then there'll be a little presentation with the Mother's Day thing about the history of Mother's Day.
All right.
Done by
Good.
yours truly.
So that's just this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. There's always something going on over at the Children's Museum of Gettysburg. No, damn it. The Children of Gettysburg 1863 Museum.
Thank you.
At the Rupp House. You going to hang around a bit?
Sure.
Okay, we'll be
Unless
right
you don't
back, ladies and gentlemen. No, of course we do. We'll be right back.
Have something to add to the conversation? Give us a call at 717-420-1978 and get in the queue.
Hey folks, you know, one of the most popular episodes on our Patreon feed isn't even about the Battle of Gettysburg. No, it's actually about the Battle of the Little Bighorn. The Battle of the Little Bighorn rivals Gettysburg as the most written about and debated battle in American history. If you ever wanted a chance to visit or revisit this iconic battlefield in southeastern Montana, then now is your chance. Join historian and friend of the show, James Hessler, on his annual Little Bighorn tour. This year's travel dates are August 31st through September 5th of 2022. You will follow Custer's route to the battlefield, see where the fight opened in the Little Bighorn Valley, and visit key battlefield landmarks such as Reno Hill, Weir Point, and Last Stand Hill. While touring the field, you will debate all the many controversies that continue to surround Custer and this battle. This is a great opportunity to see one of the most pristine and historic battlefields in the country. Those dates again are August 31st through September 5th, 2022. And for more details, email Jim at custer7@comcast.net. That's Custer, the numeral 7, at comcast.net. Put Little Bighorn 2022-addressing Gettysburg in the subject line. But don't delay. This trip will book up very soon. Our favorite bookstore in Gettysburg is For the Historian, located at 42 York Street. Isn't it, Eric?
You're darn tootin', Matt.
It's because they have the best selection of Civil War books in Gettysburg, both new and used, and online they have even more books to choose from.
But Matthew, what if the Civil War is simply not my thing?
Not a problem, my fine four-fendered friend. This is For the Historian, after all. They cover history from the ancient world to the 21st century with a strong selection of World War II and American Revolution books.
It's astounding how they squeeze thousands of titles from Osprey, Savas Beatty, UNC Press, and more into their store.
And it's also astounding how you and I both squeeze into our pants every day. Well, handsome, they have a warehouse too, and that's where they keep all those books that are available online at forthehistorian.com. And folks, if you go to forthehistorian.com now and order books until you're blue in the face, be sure you mention that you heard about them on Addressing Gettysburg in the Note to Seller box, and they will refund your shipping costs?
What if I prefer to browse in the store and don't want to go online to get my book?
Great question, Doodlebug. Just mention Addressing Gettysburg at checkout, and they'll take 20% off the retail price of your item. So go to forthehistorian.com, stop by 42 York Street, or call 717-685-5207. That's forthehistorian.com or 717-685-5207. Gettysburg, A Nation Divided is an award-winning mixed reality mobile application using augmented reality technology. It transports users into the most crucial moments in the Battle of Gettysburg, the turning point of the Civil War. Users can listen and watch historic figures share their stories as lifelike animated avatars, traverse 360-degree image sequences of the battlefield. Its cinematic battle sequences are narrated by actor Scott Eastwood. The mobile app is available for free on iOS and Android. It's designed to be used anywhere, at home, at school, at the park, or at Gettysburg National Military Park. It uses GPS to help guide you through your journey to see the stories and events unfold at the exact location where they occurred. So go into your phone's app store and get it now for free. That's Gettysburg, A Nation Divided.
You've heard us promote various ways that you can help us keep the show going, but one way we haven't pushed too much is our sutlery at addressinggettysburg.com/shop. That's a shame because we have designs over there by talented artists like Ty DeWitt of 1863 Designs and Mike Stretch of the Heritage Depot. So now we're promoting it. Buying shirts, hoodies, mugs, and other items from our sutlery not only helps us keep the lights on, but it also helps guys like Ty and Mike, and it helps spread the word about the show every time you wear an item or you sip from your mug. So head over to addressinggettysburg.com/shop and grab some merch. It's the perfect Christmas gift for the Gettys nerd in your family. That's addressinggettysburg.com/shop.
What do Getty's Bike Tours customers say?
Very family friendly. We had a wonderful time with our son.
Me and my friends were able to rent these bikes and go at our own pace, so we were able to just do what we wanted to do when we wanted to do it, and I highly recommend it to anybody else.
It seemed like the right way to go to view the wonderful sights and also get an incredible amount of history from Bob.
Our tour guide Bruce was so knowledgeable about the facts and the history of these battlefields that I came away with an understanding that was unmatched by any other means.
The breeze on the battlefield made up for the hot day.
We had a wonderful time, great trip, lots of history, wonderful bike ride, perfect weather. Could have asked for a nicer day. Highly recommend it.
If you're going to tour Gettysburg, I would recommend doing it on the bike. It's a lot of fun.
I loved it. It was awesome.
We really couldn't stump the professor with any of our questions, so we thought it was really well worth it.
It was an excellent day out and got you outside and experienced the weather. Beautiful weather out here today.
We had a lot of fun. If you're thinking about it, I'd just say give it a shot. It was awesome for us. I hope it's awesome for you guys too.
Go to gettysbike.com or call 717-752-7752 to book a battlefield experience you will never forget.
From the patriots of Bunker Hill to those who embarked upon the Great Crusade at Normandy. From the blue-clad Federals at Gettysburg who gave the last full measure of devotion, to the many thousands who did the same at places like Belleau Wood, Chosin, Yadrong, and Fallujah. The American warrior is the greatest warrior the world has ever known, who, through sacrifice and dedication to the nation they served, have composed a history worthy of being remembered. Join me, Colby Sumner, to hear their story and to connect our current and future American warriors to those of our past on America, Fog of War.
You're listening to Addressing Gettysburg.
You're back with Cam's Idol.
That was years ago.
Here's Matt.
That always makes me laugh.
That's right, you are back with Cam's Idol. So we have a lot of listener emails that have accumulated over the past few weeks, and I thought I'd share them with you all because they're lovely. They're very lovely. So we'll start with this one here. Hey Matt, longtime student of Gettysburg, you are doing yeoman's work for those of us interested with your time and guests. Found you by searching Gettysburg on Apple Podcasts. Cur we pee the show rolling. Great content and very educational. I'll be up there in the fall for some LBG tours. That's from Sean. Thank you, Sean. And we will pee the show rolling. I think he meant to say keep the show rolling. Yeah, but it came out as
slang or something.
No, it just came out as Kerr, we pee the show rolling. you know, your thumbs, they get in the way. I learned about you through Gary Edelman's posts that I heard about yours and podcasts. Okay, all right. Well, we'll I think we know what he meant there. I will say, though, yours was the icing on all the cake. With the amount of expert guests and discussions on your show and legit deep dive discussions, I quickly fell in love with the show, as well as the fun style and great job in your hosting. So as I was nearly caught up on episodes and wanted to hear more, and in gratitude for the entertainment, I chose to be a patron, and I'm happy to do so. You have certainly added to the enthusiasm for my own projects. I am also part of an affiliate group with the Liberty Rifles History.org, or organization, excuse me. Was happy to be a part of the 15th Alabama at Little Round Top event. Many thanks for your work, Stephen. You're welcome, Stephen. Thank you for becoming a patron. And we were just tickling the chin of 300 patrons at the end of last month. And then, of course, you get, 4 or so that cancel. And then there's another, I think... let's see. Let me do the math here, if it's possible. I don't even know if these numbers exist. And then there's like another 4 or so that haven't put their new card information in. So I hate the end of the month or the beginning of the month, because there's always that, and it always makes your heart jump into your throat. Thanks for the Get Out of the Car tours. Although the weather wasn't the greatest, I enjoyed getting out on the field and following in the footsteps of Kershaw's brigade last week. See you in May, MC. I don't know who MC is, but thank you, MC. I started listening to podcasts a couple of years ago and first found another Gettysburg podcast. You can say the name, folks. You don't have to. You don't have to. Yeah, we don't hate them, and they don't hate us. Or if they do, they do a very good job at acting like they don't. I really enjoyed learning more about Gettysburg, and it kept me entertained while I was working or going for a walk and doing yard work. That podcast stopped having new episodes, so I was looking for new, and someone on Facebook page suggested I try listening to your podcast. The first episode I listened to was your narrative episode 1, and I was hooked. Thank you. I haven't put one of those. I'm still trying to do the third one, and it's been over a year now since I started writing that, and I haven't gotten more than like 5 minutes into the story. But it is difficult, especially when you got all the other stuff to do, and it's just, your brain doesn't, it's hard to go from creative to bean counter, creative, bean counter. You can't do it. So, but yeah, I'm glad, I always like to hear that, because I actually work hard on those. I found myself listening to your free content all the time. I love the topics you covered and made it interesting and entertaining. I figured I wouldn't become a Patreon member until I finished all of the free content, but that's going to take a while. I also really wanted to support you and the show, so I took the plunge and became a patron. I love Gettysburg and feel like a piece of me is missing when I'm not in town. Your show helps fill that void when I can't be there. I'm thankful for that. It's also a great escape when life gets stressful, so thank you for all you do, Mary. Thank you, Mary. You're very welcome. And I think a lot of us understand that feeling of a piece of you is missing when you're not here, and that's why I moved back here, because I felt like a very big piece of me was missing for sure. And I hear that too a lot. She said, I figured I wouldn't become a patron until I finished all the free content. If everybody thought that way, ladies and gentlemen, we'd be out of business. Don't think that way. Because you're never going to finish all the free content, frankly. Hi, Matt. I have actually been listening to your podcast for about 2 years and had found out about you from a search, Gettysburg on Spotify. I have listened to the free feed every chance I get since discovering the podcast, and have attended a couple of the Get Out of the Car tours. I had been meaning to join your Patreon for a while now, but for some reason I never got around to it. See, that's another bad reason. For some reason, never getting around to it. I mean, imagine if your favorite product, whatever it is, Bethany, right? Whatever your favorite product is, you make this product, and you're the manufacturer, and it's everybody's favorite product, and people go, well, I'll get it when I get around to it. If everybody did that, the product wouldn't be there for you to get around to. You understand?
I used to work for Borders Books.
Exactly.
It's not there anymore,
the product
people.
is no longer.
That is true. I used to work for Borders too.
Did you really?
In college, yeah.
Oh my God, it's like we're cousins.
It's almost in Fairfax, Virginia. Where was yours?
York, Pennsylvania.
York, Pennsylvania. Well, not where I was, so we weren't really there. And plus, I'm way older than you. I personally think that what you're doing provides great value in education in a way that is relatable to everyone. I think you guys deserve all the support we can give you, and I just wanted to be a part of that in some way. I think the tours are absolutely fantastic. Lewis is awesome. I have also really been enjoying the content on Patreon, and I don't have a name with that one, but thank you to whoever that was that sent that.
Hey, real quick, check the phone line.
Okay. I've got nothing here. Let me see. Do I need to refresh it?
Yeah, Mikey's saying it's off.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Give me a minute there, Mike. Thank you. I don't know why it does that. But this is what happens when you have a shoestring budget. No, it's on. It's on. It's sometimes it just like times out and then doesn't tell me. I was listening to the State of the Show program as I was getting ready for work this morning and just wanted to let you know how much I enjoy and appreciate addressing Gettysburg. I've said before how I have been interested in the Civil War before the 5th grade. And how I saved my allowance to buy the Civil War Time Life collection. Addressing Gettysburg keeps us connected to Gettysburg for those of us who aren't close by to the area. My two main historical sites that where I currently live are the Johnstown Flood Museum and Fort Ligonier. Is it Ligonier? Is that how you pronounce it? Both are interesting to visit, but I do not have a draw to them like I do to Gettysburg. Nobody does. You feel like family, a family waiting for us to come visit and wanting us to stop by and say hello. Although I do not want to wish my spring, summer away, however, I cannot wait for the July 11th through 14th when my vacation to Gettysburg is scheduled. Thank you again, Gail. That's very nice of you, Gail. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad you feel that way about us. And much like a family, we all get way too drunk and get into big political arguments and throw things at each other. We never do that.
I was going to say.
No. We're an apolitical group, and we've actually kicked people out who talk politics.
Oh man, that was the rest of my.
Oh, you were going to do that?
Yeah.
Well, you can just leave now.
See you later.
Rude.
Yeah. Goodbye. See you.
As I don't get up.
Yeah, you clearly don't care. So yes. Now I go ahead, Ronnie. You want to? Oh, this. I think is what we're waiting for.
News or events first?
She's the gal who knows what's going on. So take notes. There's a test at the end. Here's AG Today's lead anchor, Veronica Brestensky, with news, traffic, weather, sidewalk conditions, and what's happening this weekend.
I must have all possible information.
Because I'm going to get the phone going again, so I need you to
while you're
take
doing
over.
that, I will just make a little comment about the emails and everything that you read.
Go ahead.
Yes. I think we joke, and I think you show a lot of humility, and I know a lot of work goes into it on your and Eric and Colby's end about things. But, all joking aside, there are a lot of options out there these days with podcasts and YouTube and all kind of different, programming and resources. Even the National Park Service itself puts stuff out. So the fact that folks are actively finding you, actively, seeking out the content and everything, we definitely appreciate that as well. So I think it says a lot about the material you're putting out there that people are searching it out and continuing to follow and everything. So kudos, Matthew. How about that?
Thank you, Ronnie. That's very kind of you. And you're right. It is kind of flattering when you think that, they have the choice of coming to us or going to say something that the Park Service puts out or the foundation puts out, and they've got millions of dollars behind them, and I've got literally 13 cents. And so, it is flattering, and it is. I honestly don't. Eric and I, we were talking about this very early on when people started coming up to us on the battlefield, and are you Matt and Eric? And we'd talk and everything, and then the minute that we'd leave those people's company, one of us would go, I just still can't get used to that. Like, it makes you feel uncomfortable, but it's nice. Yeah. It's a nice uncomfortable,
Can I tell you a quick story about how awesome you are?
Yeah. Oh, yes. No, yes. We can tell that. Yes.
I was out.
Don't make it quick. Make it long.
Doing work on the battlefield with a group of volunteers, and a car drove by with two older gentlemen in it. Mm-hmm. And the one guy leaned out the car and he goes, "Are you guys with Addressing Gettysburg? I've listened to it forever. I hope you guys are members of that."
Wow.
And drove off.
Really?
Wow.
Was that you, Eric?
No.
I just thought it was interesting. I wasn't prepared for, somebody to be
Yeah.
Like that enthusiastic.
About it,
right,
because I mean, we clearly had Gettysburg Foundation shirts on.
Well, people don't read.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday I was up on Barlow's Knoll. I was having a phone call, and it was a gorgeous day, so I was out, and about while having this phone call. And I noticed this, 20-something pull up, and he goes over a little further up on the knoll than where I was, and sets up a camera, and he's got a microphone, and he's talking to the camera and everything, and he messes up and he goes again. And so my phone call ends, and I'm watching the kid, and I can kind of hear what he's saying. He's got a good presentation and everything like that, and I'm like, So next time he messes up, I just drive up to him, because I'm in my car. I'm not walking like an asshole. And I drive up behind him. I'm like, excuse me. I go, what are you doing here? And he tells me what he's doing. He's with the Civil War Institute at the college.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I said, well, I couldn't hear all the words you were saying, but I could hear your intonation and everything like that. And you have a good presentation. And he's like, oh, thanks, and everything. So I give him my card, and I said, I'm looking to expand and get like other people to do things, so it's not only me. And I want to get into videos, but I don't have the time for it. And so I do this show called Addressing Gettysburg. He goes, oh, I've heard of, you're the guy. And I go, well, I'm the man, but yes,
The man.
So it is
man-child.
It is strange because I go, well, that's more accurate. It is strange because I go, up to people, and if it comes up, or people come up to me, I should say, and they know me, it is awkward, and I don't know how to handle it. But when I do go up to someone and I mention the show or something like that, I'm still surprised that they've heard of it. And I don't know, which I think is a good thing, because otherwise, because if this was happening to me when I was 25, forget it. Forget it. I'd be unbearable. You think I'm unbearable now with all the laughter and all of the kindness and all that stuff. You should have seen me at 25.
Is that what they call it now?
Yes. That's what I call it.
Were you 25 when you were working at the whatchadoodle over at the thing?
Borders?
No, he was working at the Doodle Daddle.
The
bike shop?
Yes.
No, I was 28.
Okay.
20, yeah. I was 27 is when I started it.
Okay, you weren't unbearable.
Well, by the time I met you, life had beaten me down a good deal, and so
every young man needs that.
Just because he loaned you a book doesn't mean
he did. He helped me in my hour of need, folks.
Well, I was, I was humbled by my life experience, because when I was 25, I hadn't started a business yet, and I thought the world was my oyster. Then I started a business, and I realized life is not as easy as it seems.
Yeah, not so much.
No, and I was very disenchanted by life, and so it was horrible. But anyway, we've gone so far from the actual purpose of this segment. Let's start the thing again.
You doing news or events first?
She's the gal who knows what's going on. So take notes. There's a test at the end. Here's AG Today's lead anchor, Veronica Brestensky, with news, traffic, weather, sidewalk conditions, and what's happening this weekend.
I must have all possible information.
I just like hearing that intro with, are we doing news or events first? And then there's that very serious, like, old news music, I like that. Mike Lentz is here. Let's say hello to Mike. Mike.
Hello.
We're never going to get to the news. How you doing, Mikey?
I'm doing well. I'm just, I'm still suffering from the effects of COVID a little bit, but for the most part, I'm doing okay.
Okay. What are you suffering from now?
Oh, heavy fatigue. Still have that lingering around, and also digestive issues. So I go a diarrhea. So,
oh my goodness! That's 2 episodes in a row.
He goes the diarrhea.
So,
would you believe for the love of Mary? Twice.
In the bloody armpit. In the bloody toilet.
Hope not. But
so, are you still like coughing and all that stuff, or is that all gone?
A little bit too.
A little bit.
Got occasional.
Are you how's your you're fatigued and everything like that, but you're not contagious anymore?
No, I'm not.
No.
It's just the lingering side effects.
Are your allergies interfering too, making it a little harder?
No, I don't really have any allergies.
Oh.
It's just kind of happening. Yeah.
Okay.
And
all right.
If it lasts any longer, I'm going to see a doctor about it, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead. I interrupted you.
Yeah, I'm just calling up just to apologize for giving it to you.
Oh.
And apparently we're calling it the Lent 6 variant now.
Yes, the Lent 6 variant. And I have to admit, that was J.D. Hewitt who coined that phrase. I stole that from him.
Okay. Well, there you go. Fair enough. But apparently we're calling it now. Now. But for me, that has also learned my lesson. I'm not coming into the studio anytime soon. Last time I was there, I not only was sick, but I got you sick. So, I mean, I have enough trouble with myself.
Yeah.
Getting anyone else in danger, that's a problem.
And
So,
I need to get in touch with Don McLean and Barry Manilow and see if they got sick too. Because I can't believe I'm the only one who got sick, and I was like the furthest away from you.
That was not the same week.
Yeah, it was.
Was that last? No, I thought.
Wasn't that the same week, Mike, when Don McLean and Barry Manilow were here? Yeah, you filled in because you were away.
Oh, my fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was thinking Cam was sitting here. My fault.
Well,
Okay.
Cam did sit there.
After Mike left.
After
My fault.
Mike,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing is Cam was actually sharing the microphone with Mike,
okay.
and he didn't get sick.
It's all that Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it is.
And of swamp dragons.
Yeah. So
wheelbarrows full of Mountain Dew.
Aside from being tired, Mike, how do you feel?
I feel great, but I just want to make this short and sweet so we can get to the important stuff, Veronica's segment.
Right,
And
exactly.
so I'm going to say thank you. Again, I apologize, and it won't happen again.
Well, Mike, apology accepted, but unnecessary. There's no need for that because you didn't know. You thought you had allergies. And
Also,
it
Matt's
made
the
sense.
only one that got sick. I felt fine.
Yeah. So he's just apologizing to me, I think. But you don't need to do that, Mike. It's okay. It happens. It happens.
And please call off the hitman. I mean, that's the easiest hitman contract ever because all they have to do is just shadow me. I'll take myself out. So
Yeah.
I'll call it collect.
Who was that?
So there you go.
Somebody
All
was
right.
saying last night that they hired hitmen to get you because you got me sick. Who was that?
Yeah. I don't know. Some word scramble on Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly.
All right, Mikey. Well, thank you very much, and can't wait until we get to see you again. Okay, take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
I got to tell you, you're welcome. Thank you. The one thing though that I slept the other day. I got home and like 5:30. I went home to take a nap. I woke up at 5:45 the next day. That was the greatest sleep I have ever had in my life.
You doing news or events first?
She's the gal who knows what's going on. So take notes. There's a test at the end. Here's AG Today's lead anchor, Veronica Brestensky, with news, traffic, weather, sidewalk conditions, and what's happening this weekend.
I must have all possible information.
All right. Third time's a charm, as Colby said. Go ahead, Ronnie. What's in the news?
Just a little bit of news for local residents. So the Gettysburg Area School Board is proposing a 1.9% increase for the 2022-2023 school year. So if you live in the school district, prepare for your taxes to go up. That's
So now let me just, it's hard to keep track here. Not too long ago, you announced that the borough has decided to not raise or lower the tax a little bit.
they were
property tax.
lowering.
Is it the property tax?
Well, let me think about that real quick. Yes, there was an article a while back. I'm going several months now.
Yes.
Where they said that the income that they got from, I think, the stimulus for COVID and everything kind of bumped up their coffers after they were initially depleted. So they were actually bringing down the tax rate. But was that for the borough doesn't charge?
That's the borough. That's separate from
That's different. Yeah. I'm just trying to keep track of, so we go down in one area, but then we're going to go up in another. So the going down in the one area doesn't really matter now anymore because it's being wiped away by the going up.
If you live outside the borough either, right? Because I'm in Gettysburg School District, but I live in Cumberland Township technically, even though I have a Gettysburg address. So I didn't get a tax break at all. Plus, I'm getting a tax increase on the.
Yeah, I didn't get a tax break
up
where I'm at.
Right.
Actually, they're going around reassessing now, anyways.
So
okay. Just a little news, and then.
Hey, I just want to say something. I'm on my way right now to North Dakota. Do you want to talk to me?
Oh, yes, of course.
All right.
Then let's drop the facade there. Cam Mallow, you're on the air en route to North Dakota. Where are you now, Cam?
Hey.
I'm in North Dakota.
So you made it to North Dakota.
Yeah, I'm already in North Dakota.
What's it like?
Flat. Very flat.
It's flat.
Is it flat in the Midwest? I've never heard that.
All right, so it's flat.
It's everywhere.
How's the drive?
What did he say everywhere?
What's everywhere, Cameron?
It's fields.
Fields.
Fields everywhere.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of timber in that area of the world. No.
Are you tired, Cam, or are you in a garage with a hose attached to the exhaust pipe? You sound a little loopy. You all right?
I'm fine.
Okay.
It's been a long ride. I've been on this one road for almost 400 miles right now.
Oh, wow.
Have you taken a break?
Yeah.
Only when I stopped to get gas.
When
That
did
might
you
be
leave?
part of your problem.
Yeah, I was gonna, when did you
Yeah.
leave?
Yesterday I did 1,000 miles about. So
When Veronica wants to know when you left.
today yesterday morning at 7:30.
All right, so you did 1,000 miles. As you left at 7:30 in the morning. What time did you get to your the stop? Did your overnight stop?
11 o'clock.
Oh my God! See, that's
Getting after it there, bro.
Yeah, good for you.
About it.
You're young. You could still do that. I would just drive off of a bridge if I had to do that kind of a drive in one day. So okay, so 11:30 you stop. You get a hotel room or just sleep in the car?
No, I got a hotel room. So
Okay.
I can stretch out.
Yeah, and then what time did you get up and leave today?
I left at 7:30 from Davenport, Iowa.
Davenport, Iowa.
Have you? So, are you to your new residence yet? Or you're still driving?
I still got I got 390 miles to go.
Oh my God! Are you going to make that today, or are you going to stop?
Nope, I'm making it today.
There you are, buddy.
You're not
What are you talking
exhausted?
about?
You drinking a lot of coffee or something?
Oh,
Nope, no coffee, just water.
And you're gaining time because you're going west, right? So it's earlier there. So
Right. You're going back in time.
You're going back in time.
He's 2 hours
Is somebody
ahead of us right now.
Is somebody meeting you with a key or something, or how are you going to get into the wherever you're staying?
Good question.
There'll be people there to let me in. They already know I'm going to actually be there tonight. I told them tomorrow, but way my driving's been, I'll be there tonight.
I'm a very good driver.
Yeah, that's a lot of driving there, Cam. Good for you. Good for you. I couldn't do that. Uh-oh.
Well, it's all real funny.
What? What did I do?
Yeah, I hear that in the background. You played that major horn again?
Uh-oh, he's getting closer.
Very funny.
All right, I'm just kidding. But be careful when you're going up to a train track, though, okay, Cam? All right, but seriously, are you tired at all?
Son of a bitch.
No? Good for you, Cameron. I would be exhausted. Are you excited about your new post?
I'm anxious just to get there right now.
Of course.
Have you figured out what?
I've never been on.
Have you figured out whether or not West Virginia was represented at this post?
Great question.
Were the swamp dragons there?
Was a former swamp dragon at that post? Wait, is this pre-Civil War or post-Civil War?
It deals with mostly pre-Civil War, and I think a little bit during Civil War, but this was more fur trade time period.
Okay. So a bunch of French people.
Not exactly. A lot more mountain people.
Well, I mean, mountain people, but they were French.
But how mountainous could it possibly?
I'm confused. Did they give you any material to?
Not exactly. It's more mountain people who got lost on their way to the mountain.
Fair enough.
And they ended up in the plains.
They couldn't see him.
Oh my.
Oh my. All right, so go ahead. I'm sorry. It's mostly mountain people. You were saying.
Yeah, well, probably one of the most famous mountain men to be at the fort.
Jim
was,
Bridger.
Jim Bridger.
Yeah. How I guessed that. Okay,
Yeah.
that was good. Yay me. And when do you come back, Cameron? And listen, so I've had a lot of people say that they don't know how to handle you being gone for 5 months. So they said, can you get him to call in and update us once in a while? Can you do that?
Yeah, I'm off on Thursdays and Fridays. My schedule has me off.
So, okay. Well, then why don't you? Well, every once in a while, like on a Thursday, just drive back here so that you can make it by showtime on Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go ahead and try that.
Don't worry about it. We'll send the plane for you.
Yeah, I'll send my Learjet.
Where are you stationed? What's the name of the place?
Fort Nonsense.
It's called real funny.
I thought it was Fort Swamp Dragon.
Union
Trading Post. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did they
It's
give you any
about
material?
4 hours from Little Bighorn.
Okay.
Little Bighorn's cool. You'll like that.
Yeah.
I'll be about 4 hours from Little Bighorn.
Well, when are you trying to make it down there?
How close will you be to Little Bighorn?
4 hours.
From the west side or the east side?
Or the south side of the
How about
north
the
side?
I'll be on the northeast side of Little Bighorn.
Are you sure it's not the northwest side?
What's the name of the closest river?
Osserspin, Broderson.
Oh, that's an interesting river. All right.
The upper Missouri.
Now, Cam, what do you think of the wild animals out there?
I'm afraid.
I haven't seen no wild animals.
You haven't seen it? Well, you're on the
gonna see
highway
some,
now,
though.
but you're going to be at
definitely
the
gonna see
fort.
Well, I haven't seen none yet.
Okay.
What are you going to do when you see the elephant, man?
A unicorn? So, that's abbreviation.
I can't even tell when Cam is actually talking right now.
I have a hard time with names sometimes. That was years ago.
Okay, what? Go ahead, Ronnie.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm just familiarizing myself with the fort so that we can.
Yeah. So I think what would be good, Cameron, I think the audience would appreciate it, is if you call in, maybe once a month and just give us an update, at your leisure, whenever you're available. If you can't do it on a Friday, you can call this number and leave a voicemail, and we'll play the voicemail, okay?
All right. I'm hoping
I got it.
Jim Hessler's talk.
Yeah, the Little Bighorn tour.
How far away are you from the Little Bighorn?
Out here.
How far are you from the Little Bighorn?
4 hours.
4 hours from the Little Bighorn.
I love that he
Stop
keeps
answering it, Cam.
That's phenomenal. Oh, we're going to miss you, buddy.
I'm actually, I believe where the fort is I'm going to be working at, the site is actually along the route that Custer took the Little Bighorn.
Is it about 4 hours from the Little Bighorn?
Dakota.
Probably.
I bet it did take him 4 hours.
He came from Fort Lincoln.
How many hours did it take him to get to Little Bighorn?
I don't know. That'd probably be a good question for Jim Hessler.
Yeah. I'm sure it took more like days, maybe weeks. Well, Cam, listen, we don't want to distract you too much and run you off the road. So I'm going to let you go. Besides, we got to get back to Ronnie's news. This is like the third attempt.
We're at the fourth attempt now.
So I don't think she's even gotten to the news yet. So thank you very much for calling in, Cam. Oh, that's right. Thank you for calling in.
You don't have to worry about, at least for the summer, you don't have to worry about somebody blowing their horn going by your house.
He didn't know that was you.
I'm just letting that hang. That's
Like, did you hear?
Who's he talking to right now?
What, are you saying that you did that to my house, Cameron? That one time when you... Yeah, the one time you texted me and said, someone's driving by your house blowing the horn, yelling your name. And I said, is that you, Cam? And you're like, yeah. And I wasn't even home. I cannot tell a lie.
I did it 2 more times, though, after that.
But I wasn't home.
Yeah, you was.
No, I worried.
Yeah, you was.
Yeah.
Say what, Cam?
You was so. I saw that car with that floppy hat of yours in the front seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his girl came and got him.
Yeah, that's right. My girl came and got me.
In the wheelbarrow.
Janelle came and got me in a wheelbarrow.
Hey!
What, Cam? I'm sorry. What?
Bullshit.
Next time I come by there in the fall, I'm gonna put that wooden barrel in front of your door.
So there.
Okay.
I don't even understand what you said.
Just got
Put that in your juice box and suck it.
I said I'm gonna put that wooden barrel in front of your door.
The wooden barrow?
Barrel.
Yeah, the barrel.
Oh, the barrel that I have on my porch. You're going to. Okay, it's like 400 pounds. So go ahead, have a good time moving that.
Now we all know that Matt has a wooden barrel
Yeah,
on his
which
front
now I'm
porch.
going to have to move. Thank you, Cameron. Jesus.
And a cow.
Right, but that's it.
And a
You
ladder.
hit the nail on the head.
Hey, Cameron, you want to just tell him his?
Yeah, just go ahead and give the address.
Yeah.
That's
Jesus, Cameron. Oh, that's funny. You know
I'm
what?
not saying that.
No, you know what? Listen, at my funeral, because a stalker murdered me, I want you to play this tape of Cameron laughing at the thought of people knowing where I live and coming and kill me. Thank you very much, Cameron. Thank you. Oh, he's still laughing. He thinks I'm joking.
That made him quiet.
I got hairy legs.
All right, Cameron, I really have to go. Veronica's giving me the stink eye here, and we have to get to dinner, okay? So safe drive, Cameron, and thank you for calling in, and God bless you. Have a great time, all right, buddy? All right, little fella? All right, bud. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
You doing news or events first?
She's the gal who
I just
knows
love
what's
it.
going
Just
on.
please
So
skip
take
the
notes.
tag.
There's a test at the end.
We're
Here's
done with
AG
it.
with
done.
lead
Just
anchor
events.
Veronica Brestensky with news.
Veronica, do
traffic,
you know
weather,
how far away
sidewalk
Cam is from
conditions.
the Little Bighorn?
Maybe about 4 hours.
Breaking news.
think it was 4 hours, yeah.
Was he to the north or the south or the east or the west? And
It was
are
north,
you sure it
south.
was 4 hours? Is that as the bird flies?
No, east, west. I'm
4 hours
You guys
from
are
Little
terrible.
Bighorn, north, south, west,
All right.
east, northwest.
We're doing news now.
Okay,
goddammit.
news or events first.
So,
Go
well,
ahead.
the
Nobody
news.
talk.
Forget it. So, although I guess this is kind of quasi news. So the National Park Service updated the window for the closure of
Yes.
the Little Round Top project start date.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
So, assuming that they give us 30 days notice like they're saying, they actually closed the window to between June 3rd and the 21st. So if today is the 6th, we can at least assume it's probably not going to be until June 6th now.
Right.
Between
Yeah,
June
it
6th
might
and the
be
21st.
next
So
week, honestly.
yeah.
We don't really know.
No, we don't.
So anyway, it's supposed to, the closure is supposed to now take place sometime between June 3rd and June 21st, and they're still approximating 18 months worth of closure. So that's the newest update, the most recent update from the Park Service about
Bullshit.
that. No.
Okay. Tim, give him a chance. Give him a chance.
So there was actually another National Park Service announcement. There was supposed to be a walk tomorrow. Is that the 7th?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was postponed to the 21st. It's a ranger hike. It's going to be a 1 mile walk starting at 1 p.m., starting at the North Carolina Monument, which is auto stop number 4. But it's a 2-hour walk going through what did they call it here? They once lived here, a hike through Gettysburg's forgotten history. So apparently it's going to cover the African American community, the World War II POW camps,
Oh, neat.
tenant houses,
Yeah.
Farms that were involved in the crossfire, all kinds of stuff.
Sure,
so it's
sure.
a combination of National Park rangers and also people from the Eisenhower Historical Site are going to team up to do that. So it's a free walk. It has been postponed officially from tomorrow until the 21st at 1 p.m.
Is that because of the rain, I guess?
I don't know. It just said it was just a little asterisk saying,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Swamp dragons.
yeah.
It's going to be full of swamp dragons.
That will also be covered in the history.
Yeah, okay.
What else? Oh, so actually, Bethany, I was going to just touch on next weekend. If you have your kids in town, there's a living history event. It's going to be taking place with the Union. Yep, at the Rupp House. You can probably talk a little bit more about that than the details I have.
So the Officers for the Union and the Ladies for the Union, which is a living historian group, will be doing an encampment in the side yard at the Children of Gettysburg 1863 Museum. I almost messed
You
it
messed
there.
it up, too.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm a horrible person.
It's tough.
And then oh my gosh, I don't remember what time on
8 o'clock.
Saturday. 8 o'clock. Yep, 8 o'clock on Saturday evening. They're going to be doing a candlelight talk where the officers kind of sit there, answer your questions as the gentleman that they portray. And you can ask any question that you want, including what is your favorite color.
Wow.
That is next weekend.
You know what? I wonder if you could call it like, change the name, Children of the Battle, or something like that, museum. The Children of the Battle Museum, because that way even you won't get confused.
For some reason, I always want to say 1936 instead of 1863. I don't know why. My dyslexia is showing.
We all have problems with numbers.
Yeah, I'm from Clarion.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I guess
My dad went to Clarion. He graduated from Clarion.
Did he really?
Yeah, we used to go up to the Autumn Leaf Festival where they would walk their pigs
Yeah.
on a leash. That was, yes, that was no joke.
Everybody loves Autumn Leaf Festival.
Going to Alf.
I saw somebody walking a cat on a leash the other day. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, I've seen it.
I know they make them, but I've
By
never
Unity
known.
Park, we saw one.
That
would really throw me.
Yeah.
I've seen people walk ferrets on a leash.
I can't wrap
That's
my
weird.
mind around keeping a ferret.
Me neither. They smell.
They're mean.
They
I
can't.
don't like ferrets.
Are they What are they related to?
Rats.
Rats. They are, aren't
they?
they?
Yeah. Oh, of course.
They're
All that
rodents.
stuff is related to rats.
Disgusting.
I was going to say minks.
But that's probably related to a rat too. Isn't it a rodent?
Mink is still a rodent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Capybaras.
Capybara.
Kookaburra.
Also a rat.
Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree.
Like a 300-pound rat.
I
like
know, I want
capybaras
one.
are the size of a pig, but it's a rodent.
I want one. Really bad.
Disgusting.
But anyway, in addition to these officers for the Union, ladies for the Union, I did want to throw out there another cool thing that the Park Service is doing. They have like a family adventure walk in the foots of the regiment. It's a free tour that the Education Department put together. And they have 4 different ones, and you can go to the ranger's desk and pick up a booklet, and there's some information, but it's something just cool and free that you can do with your family and go out on the battlefield and learn a little bit more about a specific regiment.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, that is cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
either.
they just started it.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
Good. All right.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Just a reminder also that the David Wills House is officially now open through May 29th. It's only Saturday and Sundays, 1 p.m. to 5, but once June rolls around through the rest of August, basically, it's going to be Thursday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 6, and it is free admission.
Train station's open now, too.
Train station opened on the 29th.
I was going to say that, but I don't want to steal her thunder. I knew she.
Tickets are $9.95, $7.95 if you have a Friends membership, and for children, and $8.95 for seniors, veterans, and active duty. They are closed Tuesdays and Wednesdays. However, they are open Monday and Thursday from 10 to 6, Friday noon to 8, Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 6. And then just a reminder, kind of like a save the date. I'm kind of excited about this because since I've been here, this has never been put on. But they're resurrecting the old Sacred Trust talks and book signings. So it's actually
excited.
over
The
the
what?
Sacred Trust.
I don't know what that is.
So if you go on YouTube, there's a whole,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, years and years and years of like, nationally renowned authors and park rangers and everything giving like lectures and talking about their books and
It is.
signings and everything like. But it always coincided with the anniversary. And this year it happens to fall Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Obviously, COVID's done and everything too. It's not just because it's a weekend, but they're resurrecting that. So it's going to be a tent by the museum, and it's free. They have not listed the actual speakers or anything as of yet, but it used to be a big deal. I mean,
Yeah,
so
they used to
I'm
give
pretty-
out T-shirts and stuff. I have no confirmation whether that will be happening again this year.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
But
no.
save the date. It coincides with the anniversary. And the other thing to save the date for at the end of this month, May 28th, is the first family day at the Spangler Farm. So
Oh, very
10
nice.
a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yes.
Basically, May 29th and
Big day.
28th are like big days.
Sure. Yeah.
Not only at the Gettysburg Foundation, but in the history of things that have happened in Clarion, Pennsylvania. For example, it was the day of my birth.
Well, I mean, that's a big one, but I think the biggest thing going on that weekend is our Get Out of the Car tour on the 28th.
No, I feel like it's my birth.
No, it's the biggest one because we had to put it there because Tim and Gary were doing their tour on the 21st, so I had to change it. So you better believe people better be showing up to this
I
thing.
thought the biggest thing was me wearing chaps.
Well,
That too.
if you wear
$100 donation, and he
If
will wear
you wear
chaps.
chaps.
He
That
will
will be
not.
the biggest thing.
He will not.
JD Hewitt is on the line. JD Hewitt, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
It's fine. How about yourself?
Not too bad.
Says you have an announcement here.
Hey, I don't want to. Well, I don't want to step on anybody's toes with like announcements or the news or anything like that. I don't want to make Veronica mad at me. Is that okay?
I bruise easily, JD.
Go
Take
for
it
it.
easy.
She doesn't know where you live anyway.
You doing news or events first?
Okay, just go ahead.
No, I saw something, an announcement that was made a couple of days ago about the World War II American experience.
Yes.
Out there in Gettysburg. Did you all know about the soft opening that they're doing?
This weekend, isn't it?
June 18th.
Oh.
I believe.
Oh, so somebody told me this week it was this weekend. Okay, good. All right, June 18th. That's even better.
Yeah, they made an announcement about it and thought that it might be of interest. I know that people think that the history of Gettysburg stopped in 1863.
Yes.
But
it did.
It did not. It did not.
No, there was a lot of history to Gettysburg, of course, and the World War II stuff is pretty fascinating too. A lot of people don't realize there was a battle here between the Germans, the Japanese, and the American forces, and we beat them soundly.
You talking about that Amazon show they got on Amazon Prime?
What is that? Man in the High Castle?
Yeah.
Yes. Was there something about Gettysburg in that show?
No, I just assumed that's what you were kind of right.
Anyways, JD.
He was so excited there for a second.
Okay. All right, so JD, what are you saying now?
Do what?
I don't know. Is that all you had? The announcement about the World War II Museum?
Yeah, I was just calling in because I thought that was that announcement was made a couple days ago, and thought that it might be of interest.
Very good.
But yeah, so if you go out there, they have all kinds of cool stuff. They got a couple Sherman tanks and Jeeps and armored vehicles, and all kinds of amazing stuff.
Yeah, because you did a video out there, didn't you? A while ago.
Yeah. I actually made a couple videos out there, and they were crazy enough to let me jump in one of the tanks and drive it around in their field.
Yes.
Did you really?
Yes.
I want to do that so bad.
So do
Yeah.
I.
That sounds like
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So people can go check that out.
But,
It's at the History Underground on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. If you go in there and type in, I don't know, like tank or World War II or something like that in the search bar, you can kind of see. I did a couple videos showing a bunch of the vehicles that they have out there. But yeah, anybody who comes to visit Gettysburg, I'm guessing, is probably interested in military history anyway. So,
absolutely.
That'd be another cool thing to go check out whenever they open up.
Abso-freaking-lutely. All right. Well, thank you, JD. I hate to rush you, but we got to end the show here in a bit. So thank you. Good luck to you and everything like that. And I'll talk to you. I'll see you next time you come up. When are you coming up next?
I'm hoping late June is what I'm hoping for right now. Yeah, so I definitely want to link up with you guys whenever we come out. Maybe we can go drive a tank or something.
Yeah, that would be good.
What qualifications do you need to drive a tank?
You need to have someone who owns the tank be crazy enough to say yes.
Bingo.
Yeah.
We have an in. We have an in. Jody's, I think, doing the
Oh, yeah,
programming.
Jody's up there
you
now.
go. All
Yeah.
right, well, we better. We're going to have to make some phone calls and get up there ourselves. All
I
right,
have
JD,
her number.
thank you very much for the call. I'll
Thanks,
talk
JD.
to you later.
Yeah, man. See you.
All right, later. And we got Cliff on the phone here out in California. Cliff.
Cliff Bream.
No.
Oh.
No, Cliff McCurley.
McCurley.
Oh,
Sorry.
man.
Don't mean to disappoint you. How you doing, Cliff?
Pretty good. Sorry to disappoint.
Sorry, no, it's okay. I was just really excited there for a second. You're still wonderful. I don't know
me
who you
too.
are, but
I
you're
mean-
really wonderful.
What do you got
I'm
going on,
okay.
Cliff?
You know, I mean,
What's going on? Hurry up. Come on.
not much. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I was going to be out there for anniversary weekend, but it's my wife's 40th birthday, so I kind of had to do that instead. So I was thinking about
Pesky
either going
wives.
out there the following week.
Bike week? That's bike week.
She's long suffering. She's a saint. Yeah, I was going to ask, like, how obnoxious is Bike Week really? And should I just come out the week after?
They
Bike
extended it by a day this year.
Oh, thank God.
So it now starts Wednesday instead of Thursday.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now I gotta get another night at a hotel somewhere else. Listen, here, I'll be honest with you. When I was in my 20s, I thought it was awesome. I loved the noise. I loved the flashing. I loved the debauchery. I loved it all. As a man in his 40s, who just wants
Which is
peace
what I am.
Okay, and I just want peace and quiet in my life. It is a freaking nightmare, and I leave town.
I don't know what even hotels and stuff already you might be having trouble.
Yeah.
You know,
but I mean like out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that's what I would do, Cliff, is I would get a hotel out of town, and even out of town is probably going to be tough. I would not sleep here because, first of all, you're going to be the only non-biker. Now, are you a biker?
No, dude. I'm decidedly anti. Well, I shouldn't say that.
All right, so
I'm not a biker.
I'm getting the sense then what you're saying is that these are not your people.
Do you want people on your lawn or off your lawn?
I guess what I'm saying is if you want to just enjoy yourself and if you want to get some sleep at the hotel and,
not have to wait in line for
and
all
not
the
have to wait in line and not have to get, some jackass spill his beer on you because he gets in a fight right behind you.
You come in October.
You come any other time but that weekend. I mean, really, that is like the worst weekend. It's even better to come before the anniversary weekend, like late June. What, Beth?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
gonna
wish
say,
I could, but oh well. I'll come the following weekend. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Because I want sleep and LBG tours.
And you'll be able to get out of the car.
No, because we're not doing one in July.
My fault.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You might want to come in August. Third weekend of August is going to be a big weekend. Which I guess I should tell everybody about that.
Tell me about that.
It's not set in stone, but tentatively, our next live show is going to be the third weekend in August after the tour. Not directly, that night. Yeah. We just have to nail down the date, but that's going to be a big one, and we'll have about 125 tickets for sale. And so no excuses this time, folks, because 125 is more than the 40 we had last time. And people were, saying, oh, I didn't get in time. We'll let you know ahead of time. And still people will miss it. But that's how life goes because human beings are that way. We have more important things to do than worry about when I'm selling a stupid ticket, right? Cliff. Thank you for the call. Thank you for turning to us for these deep questions and the advice that you need. And I hope it was good advice.
Whenever you decide, we'll see you then.
Yes, we'll see you whenever you come out and let us know when you decide.
If I'm there on a Sunday night, I'll swing by the Farnsworth and buy you a drink.
There you go. And what if I'm not there?
All right, see you guys.
Okay, see you later. I'm sorry, I hung up on him. Yeah, so that is something that we're talking about. It's great. We've got our committee, the itty bitty big party committee, I call it. And see, you thought I was going to say something else, didn't you?
Yeah. Nope. I
Anyway,
knew exactly where
you knew exactly what I was saying. Okay, and it is a bright group of people, and right, Eric. I mean, we're. I was impressed with them the other night.
I don't really pay attention.
Okay.
I'm not on this committee.
It was funny the first time we did. So there's been 2 committee meetings, and Eric and I were on the first 2, but Eric came in late to the first one, and he was working. What were you working on? Like a leather product?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's working on a leather product,
Chaps.
and for some reason the chaps that he's going to wear at the children's event, and some reason the mute button on his phone kept going off. So it would be nice and quiet, someone else would be talking, and then you would just hear, God damn it, mother beep, and then so finally I was like, Eric, are you getting beaten up or something? Like, what the hell's going on over there? And he's like, oh no, my mute, I don't know why my stupid mute button. So he mutes it, and then 10 minutes later you hear it. And it made me laugh.
He's a hard worker.
Yeah, but it was.
Okay.
He's a fighter, is what he is. He's a fighter.
Just get angry at things.
It's Fight Club. You don't talk about.
Yeah, right. Anyway, that's that. We'll give you more details as we go, ladies and gentlemen. But speaking of going, we're gonna get going right now. So Bethany, thank you very much.
You are so
good luck with
welcome.
all the
Thank
events you
you.
have going this season. Good luck to the foundation because you guys have the Wilt House and I'm sorry, the
Train station.
Thank you.
And the Spangler Farm.
And the Spangler Farm. Lots of cool places to go and see with events at them and everything like that. So make sure you get out to those things when you come to town. And
if you want to volunteer,
please volunteer.
Right.
Please, like
How do
children.
they do it? How do they do it?
They email byingling@gettysburgfoundation.org.
Okay. Great. I had to start the music over again because you didn't hit the post. So
I'm so mean.
yeah. No, it's not you.
No.
It was me. It was me. I shouldn't have asked you. Anyway, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you next time.
Addressing Gettysburg Today is hosted by Matt Callery and Veronica Brestensky, Esquire. Produced by Eric, the producer, Moni. Applause led by Owen the Clabber. Guests of Addressing Gettysburg Today stay wherever they want. That's not our concern. To be a guest on the show, send an email to eric@addressinggettysburg.com. Addressing Gettysburg broadcasts from the Gettys Bike Tour Studios. Get a 15% discount on your next tour with Gettys Bike. I'm Huevos Grande, the voice of Addressing Gettysburg Today. Thanks for listening.
There were many Union men who wept with joyful tears when they saw the honored flag they had not seen for years. Hardly could they be restrained from breaking forth in cheers while we were marching through Georgia. Hurrah, hurrah, we bring the Jubilee. Hurrah, hurrah, the flag that makes you free. So we sang the chorus from Atlanta to the sea while we were marching through Georgia. While we were marching through Georgia. While we were marching through Georgia.
If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's not a chicken.
This concludes our broadcast.